Today I want to share with you some very simple steps to create content that actually converts into paying clients for your business. Before we get started, make sure you sign up for our brand new online training where I'm going to show you our way of gaining high-paying coaching clients. Go to coachingbusinesstraining.com right now, sign up for your seat, and in the training I'm going to show you 3 simple steps you can take right now to get all the clients you could ever want. As always, make sure you hit the bell and you subscribe to our channel so that you get notified when new episodes drop every Wednesday.
All about helping you go from passion to profits in your coaching business.
Hi there, Coach. It's Carolin here, and today I want to talk to you about content. Have you ever thought about your content marketing plan? What about your email plan? What about your social media calendar? What about your sales letters, your website, your webinars, and all that content you know you need for your coaching business in order to attract paying clients? I know it can be overwhelming, and if you don't know how to write good copy and content, you will end up with a lot of work, but not a lot of results. And that's why today I want to share with you some very simple steps to create content that actually converts into paying clients for your business. The first tip I have for you today is to get really clear on your outcome. One of the biggest mistakes new coaches make in the beginning is to talk a lot about what they do in their coaching programs. You talk about how many sessions you give. You talk about what happens in those sessions. You talk about your craft and your skills and your ways of getting results for people. And that is important. However, your prospects are thinking a lot more about where they want to be. They're daydreaming, they're hoping, they're wishing, they're looking for solutions to get them to where they want to be. So if you want to be effective with your content, you need to know very clearly and specifically where your prospects want to be and what the end game looks like for them. So when you look at your content, look at it through the lens of your ideal client and think about whether this ideal client will know exactly what you will do for them. Is the end game clear? Is it described in a very specific way? Do people actually understand what they will have? What tangible outcomes they will have when they're done working with you? So instead of talking about success and having your ideal life and living on purpose and being successful and having results, talk about having a higher paying career. Talk about having a fulfilling relationship. Talk about having a long-lasting marriage. Talk about maybe building your own business. Be very descriptive and specific in describing the outcomes so that your prospects know exactly what to expect from you and they will want to work with you so much more. My second tip for you is to think about the hell and the starting point. Marketing is all about the heaven and hell that your ideal clients are experiencing. What hellish situation do they live in right now? What's not working for them? What are their biggest pain points, challenges, and struggles in their lives, in their careers, with their children, with their bodies, with their relationships? And that's very niche specific, right? But think about what those struggles and pain points really are and how deep they are, and get really good at describing those, because that's what your ideal clients' lives are all about right now. That's what they're living, and that's what they want to move away from. Your marketing communications are going to be very effective when you do a good job at describing what the pain points are and what the goals are and what you can do to bridge that gap for your prospects. The third tip I have for you is to teach using case studies. There's nothing better for you to do to be effective in communicating than to use case studies. Case studies are real testimonials and results your clients have experienced from working with you. And there's nothing better than to show what a client has done with you and how they went from having issues and pain points and struggles to having amazing results. And talk all about how these clients were able to accomplish what your prospects want to. So whenever you put out an email newsletter, or you write a sales page, a webinar, or you even communicating on social media, make sure you pull in real testimonials and case studies to underline that your work gets amazing results. The next tip I have for you, tip number 4, is to qualify your prospects. Now, when you think about your ideal client, not everybody is right for you, correct? You have an ideal client avatar. There are some people you really want to work with and some people you do not want to work with for whatever reason. So you have a requirements checklist that those clients need to fulfill in order to work with you. What that means is in your communications and in your content, you want to qualify people. You want to say, this is for you if you qualify for all of these things, but it's not for you if these things aren't met. And that also shows that you have really high integrity and you don't just work with anybody, and that you actually have standards and you are very selective in working with specific people. When you create content, you want people to know that you are an expert. And experts don't work with everybody in the world. They only work with certain people on specific issues they might be dealing with. So in your content, talk about who your services are for. Talk about who your ideal client really is. Describe them. Give people bullet points and checklists. Tell them also who it's not for and tell them why it's not for certain people. Doing that will make your copy really irresistible and it will give it a certain level of credibility because it's not meant for everyone. It's only meant for a very specific population. But when those specific people see your copy, they will be certain that your services are for them. And the last tip for today, tip number 5, is to be the result all the time. My number 1 marketing and content creation tip for my clients and for you watching me right now is to be the result and live the results for the people that are watching you. What do I mean by that? Well, people will look at you. They will look at your lifestyle, at your body, at your relationships, your career, your business, all of those things. And they will ask themselves, do I want this? Right? Does she have or does he have what I want? And if that's true, people will want to work with you because when you have what they want, they believe that you can give them that as well. Makes sense, right? So instead of trying to sell and convince people and build all this value into your communications and content, what if you literally just talked about your life? What if you shared stories about your experiences? What if you are vulnerable and authentic and talk about what's not working for you and what you're doing about it to get better? By living the result for people and showing them how you're able to make progress and achieve those goals, you're able to indirectly show them that you're the best person for the job and you're the best coach for them to help them get those results as well. So let's summarize and let's create a content library that you can pull from the next time you build content for your coaching business. Number 1, get clear on the outcome you provide. Get clear on that heaven that you're creating for your clients. And what you can do right now is build a list of outcomes and benefits that clients will receive from working with you. Next, get really clear on the hell they're living in right now and the starting point. Make a long list of challenges, pain points, and issues your ideal clients are dealing with right now so that you can pull from them when you're creating your next content piece. Next, get really clear on case studies and testimonials you can build in. Whenever you work with a client in any capacity, it's always a good idea to ask for reviews, to ask for case studies and testimonials you can include in your next marketing communications content. Don't forget to qualify your clients. Right now, make a list of your ideal client requirements so that in your next email, social media post, or sales letter, you can say, this is for you if you meet all these criteria, but it's not for you if you're over here. And lastly, don't forget to live the results for your prospects and your audience. Make a list of stories and experiences that you have had in your past life, and also talk about your day-to-day life and what's happening in your mind and your heart as well. That's going to make the audience connect with you and want to work with you so much more. And now I want to share with you my top 5 hooks and ways to get people to open my emails, sign up for my webinars, and register for my online classes. Ready? Hook number 1 is the problem, agitate, solve method. Here's an example. Problem, agitate, solve could be why spaghetti marketing is hurting your business and how to generate leads at autopilot instead. So the problem is spaghetti marketing, and why most people can't generate leads and they don't really know what they're doing with their marketing plan. And then the solution is to how to generate leads on autopilot from social media, for example. And you could also agitate this a bit more by saying why spaghetti marketing leads a majority of business owners to give up and fail, or why spaghetti marketing leads a majority of business owners to spend twice or 3 times as much time on their marketing, and how to generate leads on autopilot from social media instead. So you present a problem, you make it a little worse, you show them why it's difficult and why it's important, and then you state what the solution is instead. The second hook is to use the how-to big benefit without avoidance, even if something they're insecure about. Here's an example. I might say how to get all the coaching clients you could ever want without using complicated marketing tactics, even if you're a brand new coach. So I'm using the benefit of gaining coaching clients without the avoidance of using complicated marketing tactics, even if something that maybe you're insecure about, which is being a brand new coach. So think about the big benefits, what your clients want to avoid, and what makes them insecure to build an amazing hook for a webinar, a training class, or even a sales letter. My third most favorite hook is a fatal flaw, and that's where you can literally turn things around and turn them on their heads and say, this is why conventional wisdom in my field, in my industry, is wrong. This is why most people are doing it all wrong, and here's what you should do instead. For example, I could say why a majority of coaches try to be everything to everybody and why that's hurting their business and they're not getting clients. Why most coaches are undercharging for their services and why that's bad for them and their clients as well. So I could talk about the flaw of undercharging, the flaw of having no brand or no differentiation and trying to be, serving everybody out there. Or I could talk about using spaghetti marketing as a new coach, or all of the errors and issues that exist in my niche. So what I want you to do right now is think about what fatal flaws exist in your field. My fourth most favorite hook is to live results for my clients. We talked about this already before, but it really is so special and so effective. What is heaven for your ideal client? And how can you showcase that you're living in this heaven right now? How can you give tips and solutions along the way, but say, hey, I am living an amazing lifestyle. I have time freedom. I'm able to travel. I'm able to create an amazing income for my family. And I do the work I love every single day right now. And I want to show you how you can do that too. I could write countless stories and give examples of how I'm living heaven for my ideal clients right now. And all I need to do is share that with my audience. And now I would love to hear from you. What ahas did you have today? What struggles do you still have with your content? And how are you going to fix those struggles right now? Which hooks are you going to try out? Which communications lists will you make today? And how has this episode helped you? Let's have a conversation down below in the comments. I want to hear from you. Share with me what your new content strategy looks like now. Today I want to give you our opt-in formula. And that opt-in formula will give you a very specific way to design an opt-in page for your next freebie, for your next webinar, for your next training, to get your clients to sign up for the value you're putting out there. In this guide, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to craft an opt-in page with a hook, with design, with bullet points, and all the important things you need to put on that opt-in page to at least double or triple your conversion rates. Simply click on the link below in the description, download your guide right now, and get started creating content that converts. As always, stay focused on your goals and don't let marketing content overwhelm you. Content should be easy, fun, and simple, and I hope today's episode showed you what's possible for you too. If you liked the episode, give me a like, subscribe to our channel, and then don't forget to come back again next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Before we get started, make sure you sign up for our brand new online training where I'm going to show you our way of gaining coaching clients online. This is not a good time right now for you to be here. No. You gotta go. You gotta go. Go. Stay there.